Hi everyone, today we're going to go into another set improvement that I thought of recently. If you noticed in the new Space Shuttle, there aren't any minifigures included in it in any sense at all. No microfigures or regular figures are included in it. And I can tell why. If you look in the cockpit here, you can tell that this isn't really scaled to either of them. If you put the little guy in there, it looks like he's just sitting on a giant chair, and of course, the big guy can't really fit in there either. Put that on there. What I'm going to show you how to do today is how to fit a regular sized astronaut in the cockpit without sacrificing any of the exterior looks. So on the outside it will look exactly the same. However, you will be able to have an astronaut looking out the window. Alright, so the first step we're going to do is we're going to look inside this part that you can't take out. We're going to modify that a little bit. This part is really easy because all you have to do to take out is that one little seat piece right there. Before we get started, here are all the extra pieces that I used from my own collection. Some of them, like the 2x4 plates and the 2x2 L pieces, those ones, the color doesn't matter because you're not going to see those from the outside. But the white ones and those gray ones, I think, those ones will matter. At least these two gray ones, not these two. But the white ones definitely will matter, so be careful with that. So first step is we're going to have two of the 2x4 plates stacked on top of each other to get the right height for the guy to sit on. And we're going to put those right in the middle. Now, the reason that I can't use a 4x4 is because keeping those two little decals right in there. Now, the main thing holding this back are the floor pieces on the top, which is the reason that the guy can't fit all the way in there. These ones we are going to take completely out. Some of the little pieces on there I will use in different ways, though, but the two floor pieces are completely gone, so the guy can sit all the way in the bottom. The second step, we're going to put some controls down into the cockpit for the guy to use. So the first thing we're going to do for this part is take one of these, the jumper plates, and the little clip with holding up the control pad like that, and just put it in there like that. And we're going to take that and put it right there so he can have some controls in front of him. For the next step, we're going to use For the next step, we are going to use one more of those control panels and the cheese slope control panels, and I'm also going to use the piece that was used as the seat inside the original build to give the guy a little more controls on the side. So we're going to start by building that twice, and then we're going to add some stuff onto the bottom so it can be at the right level for the guy to have his hands on. So the next step after building those two little control panels is you're going to have the 1x2 on the bottom with the 1x1 plate and the 1x1 tile right on top of it. So we can take one of these guys and place it on top like that, so that the tile right there is so that the cheese slope can sit right on top of it, so we don't have to go up anymore. Next, we're going to take those pieces and throw them right in here on these little studs. I'm just trying to use the 4 studs that are in there anyway, so you don't have to dig super deep. The only thing you should have to take out is the cockpit itself. And actually, speaking of that, there was a little piece right here on this side when you build it initially, but all you have to do to take that out is pop this 1x6 tile off, and you can pop that piece right back out. And then you could fit a control panel in there. Or if you want, you can just leave that in there and have one on this side. So that is where our guy is going to sit. He's going to sit right there once we get it all done. Alright, next we're going to start working on the exterior of it without the floor in the middle, so the guy can sit there and look out the window. So this part, which you will build in the set, is not changed at all. This is exactly the same as you built it in the set. So leave that the same. Put that aside. Alright, this is where the white pieces matter. So in the original build, you have the 1x3 tile there. We don't want that anymore because that was so you could easily take the top part of the cockpit off in addition to taking the whole thing off so you could reach each story of the cockpit. But we're only going to have one story of the cockpit now, so we don't need that piece. And so these white pieces can either use 1x2 and a 1x1 or just a 1x3 if you have it. This is just what I could find first. Go ahead and do that on both of them. Alright, the next part is a little tricky. This part, you want to have this 1x1 with the snot piece on the side this apparatus or whatever here, this stays the same from when you built it originally, but you're going to want to take those off of where you had it before and put it on one of these 2x2 L pieces, just like that. And then to get it on here the same way, okay, I'm stupid. To get it on here the same way, for the same look as you had for the original build, you're going to want to put it on there like that so the cheese slope is out like that. And then you're just going to want to do that the opposite direction on the other side. Alright, when you have both of them on there, it's going to look like that. Now, if you notice on the bottom, you have one plate higher here than you do here. So what we're going to do is I just had two gray 1x4s. Throw them right there on the bottom, and that is how you make the top of the cockpit. Alright, now, moment of truth. Got our astronaut. Make sure his hands are up so he can use the control panels. Put him right there. Alright, so now we got the astronaut in there. He's ready to go. Yes, I know this isn't a realistic scale, but we're just trying to add some little play value in there so he can fit. Alright, and now, just like the original build, put the cockpit in. It snaps in right there on the front under the windshield, and it's done. Looks exactly the same from the outside, colors and everything. And if you look closely, you can see his gold little visor in there. He's looking out the window ready to go. Alright, so there you go. That's how you modify the space shuttle to actually fit a pilot in there without sacrificing any of the looks of the outside. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe for more. Thanks.